So I wanted to bring it back to something that you mentioned earlier. You said, moving forward, you're looking to get newer TEs that are GPUs instead of CPUs. So I wanted to understand that a little bit more. So maybe a few questions there. What exactly, like, which type of GPUs, or what's the kind of specs, I guess, for these that have both training models with these, um, which is one part of like the kind of AI creation process, if you will, and then also using them for inference, which is kind of whenever a model's put into production for some kind of application use case. So yeah, wanted to understand a little bit better about what exactly these GPUs are, how you're going to source these.
Now, the GPU TE we are adding the support are two models. Probably most available model is NVIDIA H100. It was launched last year, and it was the first GPU with the TE model, TE feature enabled. Um, and the second one is H200. It's already available in some lab. And last week we just announced we successfully enabled the TE feature on H200. But H200 is not widely available in the market right now. We're just accessing that from some of our partners. Those are the two GPUs with TE support, and I haven't seen any like consumer level GPU has the TE support, and probably NVIDIA is not going to add it because TE is apparently more useful for enterprise use cases instead of consumer level hardware. And I also haven't seen any other GPU providers like AMD to add the TE support so far. But one thing I think is since this year, after going for a few confidential computing conferences, not just limited to Web3, but also Web2, uh, a huge amount of demand is created just waiting for the widely available of TE GPU because in AI sector, we talk about people are just dealing with data, and when dealing with the data, the hardest thing is to ensure the secrecy, or sometimes on the enterprise side they call them confidentiality, because sometimes like you can have multiple companies, they want to work together to train some model, how to make sure all the private data from each company will not seen by any other companies. This is what they need for confidentiality. But on the other side, when dealing with the user data, user privacy is also a very important thing, because if they don't give a very reasonable way to protect user privacy, they're not going to allowed to use the user privacy data according to a lot of like regulations. And TE GPU is a key enabler for this kind of use cases. So I would say since the demand goes up recently, so probably we're going to see more and more like TE GPU supply in the near future, maybe next year, early next year.